Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Robert L. Wilson Jr., and I want to welcome you to our Learning Action Networking Community Connection meeting. We meet the third Saturday of every month from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So welcome. We just finished up our meeting today. I just want to use this as an opportunity and a great segue to not only invite you to our meetings, but also to this channel and what information we want to share and what that might look like and how that might help you in your entrepreneurial journey. This is a great space for learning. It's a great space for networking, really taking inspired action to get results and change the outcomes as an entrepreneur for your success and also in your endeavors. So, welcome. I just want to kind of go over briefly the PowerPoint that I use. It's not necessarily just a total teaching where you just have a PowerPoint infused talking session, but I use it just kind of as some structure to help us in our conversations and helping people who might be here for the first time to recognize what are some of the elements of the meeting, what does it look like, so folks can get introduced to it and feel comfortable. So one of the first things we always do is we start off with just welcoming folks to our network, and then we go into our introductions. Just talking about your who you are, where you come from, your title, organization. Sometimes we might do something like a fun fact about you. We typically get folks from really all across the country in terms of the U.S., but also sometimes we'll get folks maybe from other countries that might be able to be a part of this. So it really is a diverse community, a community where there's a lot of a wealth of knowledge and really so many different backgrounds that funnel into how we all do business, right? And so that's one of the things that we really want to create in this space is being able to share so much information as kind of a mastermind group. All the things I want to kind of talk you through in terms of this comes up often, and folks will go, "Well, Robert, what's the purpose of the community? Do we just get together? We just talk? Do we talk and then leave, and then we don't get together again until the third Saturday of next month?" This is where I want to be really clear, where my heart is and a passion on this community. The purpose is that it is an intentionally entrepreneurial learning community. What does that even mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. It really is about how you, whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or if you are an up and aspiring entrepreneur and you're just getting started, wherever you are along your journey, this is a space that learning always happens. We're intentional about learning. We want to provide opportunities for connection, for team building, for networking. What we really, this has kind of been a byproduct, but and that's why I added into the purpose. It became a mastermind group where we share resources, information, and we could do it in practical, pragmatic ways where we can be really efficient and effective. There are four areas of focus where we share information: personally, professionally, in leadership, and organizational development. Those things are integral into this community because one of the things that we know as an entrepreneur, these are four areas that really funnel into either how you do business, where you do business, or the way you do business, right? So that's one of the purposes is focusing on development and education and training in those areas. And then a big part of this is inspired action. Well, Robert, what do you mean when you say inspired action? Well, again, great question. Whoever asked that. It's really about what do you do after. A lot of times, and I don't know about you all if you've had this experience, sometimes you are in a community or an environment or training, and it's great information. But when you leave, what happens? Do you take action? We said, well, Robert, you mentioned inspired. Right. How are you inspired to use the information effectively, efficiently for your benefit, for your results, for your outcomes? So it's taking inspired action. And so that's a big part of what we do here in the community. How do we facilitate that? How do we facilitate personal professional leadership or organizational development? We do it in this format. We usually have a topic for discussion where folks get an opportunity to be able to share. We also connect into small groups where we brainstorm on how can we actually do the things that we're talking about on in this topic. And then our last piece is networking. How do we bring this information and these resources and these opportunities together in real time, in real life, being able to uh, implement this in my business or in my entrepreneur endeavors or creating a business around it or creating a new business strategy or a new technique, a new tool, right? A new digital product, a new service, a new program. How can I translate what we're talking about here in real time, in real life? And that's you're gonna hear that that's a reoccurring theme here. I'm gonna be redundant on purpose about that. As an entrepreneur, really wanting to see people win, and you help define that. So it's not going to look the same for all. It might not your journey doesn't look the same as mine, but by us pooling resources together, or if I'm aware of either books or programs or products, or we have people within the community that provides a service that can help get you to the next level or help you to even define what the next level is, that's what we're here to do. Another aspect of what we talk about here, and this is what we discussed today. Today's topic was relational transactions and their impact on marketing and sales. Again, relational transactions and their impact on marketing sales. We had a lot of great information today around that. So a couple things that folks shared was that being relational transactions was about helping people learn about themselves. So, well, Robert, what does that mean? Helping people to navigate who they are, and then also being able to market and sell products, not necessarily just to sell them, but meeting people's needs, meeting people where they are, helping people to recognize what they even want. Because sometimes people may not know. One of the things that came up during today's meeting was relational being trust in business. Can I trust you as a person? Can I trust you with my business? Do you know what you're talking about? And can you help me? Those things become important in terms of um, do the products, programs, and services that we have solve people's problems? Or are we just trying to sell a product, program, or service? And so that's a unique take when you're talking about marketing and sales because a lot of folks go, well, my bottom line is to sell. I get that. But who are you selling to? How is that going to really help the individual? So it goes back to relational transactions. Yes, there's a transaction taking place, but what is the emphasis on being relational? Helping people find their real problems, but also how do we connect to people? How do people feel seen, heard, understood, acknowledged so that when we have a conversation, kind of like the cartoons, you don't just see them as a dollar sign. You see them as a real person that you have the ability to help, to empower, to encourage, to enrich, and provide a product, program, or service that really does meet that person's need. So, again, this is just a quick synopsis of what we talked about today. We talk more in detail about it. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of make you aware of some of the conversation that we had within the community. Um, and today was just really, I was really inspired to share the information from today uh, for folks to be aware of that. And then, Robert, you go, what's next? We talk about entrepreneurship, being intentional, strategic. What are you doing for your learning? What are the gaps in the industry that you're working in, and how can you help meet the need and serve those gaps? How does that affect your productivity, you monetizing those opportunities, and how that funnels into your success? These are all things that we want to share in terms of our entrepreneurial journey. Again, being intentional, strategic, learning how we address the gaps. How do we increase and improve productivity? How do we monetize maybe areas where we didn't before? And how does it funnel into our success? These are all things that we get a chance to share really within our community. And then when we do, after we kind of have that conversation, we talk about challenges, opportunities, and how we take action. If there are barriers, what actions can we take? What are our next steps? And so these are all just, and we kind of emphasize what that might look like in our entrepreneurial journey, what it looks like for personal development, professional development, leadership development, or organizational development. So these are all just some elements of our learning action um, networking community meeting that we meet every third Saturday. This is also some information that will be here on our channel. Um, Keep in mind that see how this information works for you in different facets of your life. Uh, Definitely reach out to me if you have questions, thoughts, or concerns. Let me share with you my contact information for folks to be able to connect. You can reach me at Robert at wilsongos.com. Also, you can uh, subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Dr. Robert L. Wilson Jr. Reach out to me. See how I can maybe be of support to you, how you can be a part of this community, or if the information that we're sharing is helpful, beneficial, empowering, enriching, or other topics that you are looking forward to see or hear about that might help you. Thank you for logging on today and just being able to be a part of this community. Look forward to seeing you on the next uh, YouTube video. Thanks.